binomial distribution. If P is the probability of success, so probability of success means it is P, we denote it by P, and Q is the probability of failure, then probability of X successes out of N trials is given by P of X equals NCX P power X Q power N minus X. So now let us try to understand this definition by taking a simple example. For example, let us toss a coin 9 times. How many times? We are going to toss a coin 9 times, and yet success, that is P. Success is getting head, then failure, which is denoted by Q, is not getting it. So I am repeating again. Success means getting head, failure means not getting it, means it is nothing but getting tail. So probability of success, success means getting head, probability of success, that is probability of getting it, is 1 by 2. When we toss a coin, there are only 2 possibilities. Either we get head, there are only 2 possibilities, either head or tail. Only 2 possibilities are there when we toss a coin. So probability of getting head is 1 by 2, and failure, probability of failure, that is denoted by Q. Probability of not getting head, failure means it is not getting head, probability of not getting head is 1 by 2. Or we know that P plus Q equals 1. So probability of success plus probability of failure is equal to 1. So P plus Q equals 1. So Q equals 1 minus P. So Q equals 1 by 2. 1 minus 1 by 2. So that is nothing but Q equals 1 minus 1 by 2 is 1 by 2. So in 9 tosses, if we get head 5 times, so out of 9 tosses, when we get head 5 times, that means 5 successes out of 9 tosses. Successes means getting head. So when we get head 5 times means out of 9 tosses, it means 5 successes out of 9 tosses. So that is the meaning of this statement. X successes out of N trials. So probability of X successes out of N trials is given by P of X equals NCX P power X Q power N minus X. So this is the probability function in binomial distribution. So now the probability distribution X comma P of X is, now give values for X 0, 1, 2, 3 etc. up to N. So this is called probability distribution. X value and P of X together, they are called probability distribution. So when X and P of X, so when X is 0, P of X is NC0. NC0 means it is 1. P power 0 is 1. Q power N minus X, that is Q power N. So here NC0 is 1. I will write here. NC0 is 1. Now put X equals 1. So once NC1 P power 1 Q power N minus 1. NC1 P power 1 Q power N minus 1. Then put X equals 2. NC2 P power 2 Q power N minus 2. NC2 P power 2 Q power N minus 2. So this continues. So then put any X equals N. Then NCN is 1 P power N Q power N minus N. Q power N minus N is Q power 0. Q power 0 is 1. So we get only P power N. So this is the probability distribution. So now we know that probability distribution is said to be discrete probability distribution. When we say that it is a discrete probability distribution, if it should satisfy 2 conditions. First condition is P of X greater than or equal to 0, and second condition sigma P of X equals 1. So probability distribution is said to be a discrete probability distribution if it satisfies two conditions. First condition is P of x greater than or equal to 0. Second condition is sigma P of x equals 1. So now if you see the table, each term is greater than or equal to 0. Each terms are positive. So they are not negative. Each term, that is q power n, nc1 p into q power n minus 1 and nc2 p power 2 q power n minus 2 and so on p power n. All these terms are positive values. They are greater than 0. So therefore first condition is satisfied. First condition is satisfied. So each terms in the table are greater than or equal to 0. So therefore P of x is greater than or equal to 0. So first condition is satisfied. Now we have to check the second condition. What is the second condition? Sigma P of x equals 1. So sigma P of x equals, so now add all the values in the table. First term is q power n, second term nc1 p power 1 q power n minus 1 plus nc2 p power 2 q power n minus 2 and so on plus q power p power n. So last term is p power n. So this is equal to, so this is nothing but a binomial series. So this series we can write p plus q whole power n. So this series is a binomial series. We can write p plus q whole power n. So power of p is increasing and the power of q is decreasing. So this is a binomial series p plus q whole power n. But we know that p plus q equals 1. Probability of success plus probability of failure. When we add both, we should get 1. So p plus q equals 4 power n. So 1 power n. 1 power n is 1. So sigma p of x is 1. So second condition is also satisfied. So therefore binomial distribution is a, so therefore binomial distribution is a discrete probability distribution. So why it is discrete probability distribution? Because it is satisfying both the conditions. So that is first condition, p of x greater than or equal to 0. Second condition, sigma p of x equals 1. Now let us solve the problems on binomial distribution. So when a coin is tossed 4 times, find the probability of getting exactly 1 head, at most 3 heads and at least 2 heads. So here we know that when a coin is tossed, there are 2 possibilities. One is getting head and another one is getting tail. So there is only 2 possibilities, getting head and getting tail. So here we are dealing only with heads. So let us take that x denotes the number of heads. So we are dealing only with heads. So let us take that x denotes the number of heads. Now p means probability of success. So here success means probability of getting heads. So probability of getting head when you toss a coin is 1 by 2. So it is 1 by 2. Q means failure. So if p is getting head, q means not getting head. So probability of not getting head is also 1 by 2. Or we can calculate that, q equals 1 minus p. So q equals 1 minus 1 by 2. So q equals 1 by 2. So now how many times a coin is tossed? It is tossed 4 times. So n is number of trials. N is 4. We know that by binomial distribution we have p of x equals ncx into p power x into q power n minus x. So p of x equals 4cx. So p is 1 by 2. So p is 1 by 2, that is 0.5, and also q is also 0.5. So ncx, n is 4cx 0.5 whole power x into q is 0.5 whole power n minus x, that is 4 minus x. Now probability of exactly 1 head. probability of getting exactly one head, that is x is 1. But what x denotes? X denotes the number of heads. So probability of exactly one head means probability of x equals 1. So probability of x equals 1 means put x equals 1. So 4c1 0.5 whole power 1 into 0.5 whole power 4 minus 1. So this is equal to, use the calci, we get 0.25. So second case, we have to find probability of at most 3 heads. At most 3 heads means maximum 3 heads. Maximum we can get 3 heads or less than 3 heads. So maximum 3 heads or less than 3 heads. So there is a possibility of getting 2 heads. There is a possibility of getting 1 head. There is a possibility of getting no head. No head means only tails. In all the 4 tosses, x equals 0 means we can get all the 4 times we can get only tails. So x equals 1 means we can get 1 tail. Sorry, 1 head. X equals 2 means we can get 2 head. X equals 3 means we can get 3 head. So probability of at most 3 head means maximum 3 heads or lesser than 3 head. So probability of x less than or equal to 3. So that is probability of x equals 0, probability of x equals 1 plus probability of x equals 2 plus probability of x equals 3. So that is probability of x equals 0 means put x equals 0. So we get 4c0 into 0.5 whole power 0 into 0.5 whole power 4 minus 0, that is 4 plus 4c1 into 0.5 whole power 1 into 0.5 whole power 4 minus 1, that is 3 plus 4c2 into 0.5 whole power 2 into 0.5 whole power 4 minus 2 is 2 plus 4c3 plus 4c3 0.5 whole power 3 into 0.5 whole power 4 minus 3, that is 1. So use the calci, we get 0.9375. So another way of calculating this is, so probability of at most 3 heads, that is probability of x less than or equal to 3. Probability of x less than or equal to 3, which is equal to, we can take its complement. Its complement is 1 minus probability of x greater than 3. So 1 minus probability of x greater than 3 means 1 minus, so x greater than 3 means it is 4. Probability of x equals 4. So if you calculate this, 1 minus probability of x equals 4, if you calculate this, you will get 0.9375. Now last case, probability of at least 2 heads. So at least means minimum you should get 2 heads or more than 2 heads. At least 2 heads means minimum you should get 2 heads or more than 2 heads. So that is x equals to, in 4 tosses you can get 2 heads or more than 2 heads. That is, you may get 3 heads or you may get 4 heads. So probability of x greater than or equal to 2 means p of x equals 2 plus p of x equals 3 plus p of x equals 4. So you will get, so use the formula. So 4c2 0.5 whole power 2 into 0.5 whole power 4 minus 2 is 2 plus 4c3 into 0.5 whole power 3 into 0.5 whole power 4 minus 3 is 1 plus 4c4 0.5 whole power 4 into 0.5 whole power 4 minus 4 is 0. So after using the calci, you will get 0.6875. Or another method is probability of x greater than or equal to 2. You can use the complement. Its complement is probability of x greater than or equal to 2. Its complement is 1 minus probability of x less than 2. So that is 1 minus probability of x less than 2 means, so you may get 1 head or you may get no heads, that is x equals 0. So probability of x equals 0 plus probability of x equals 1. So you will get 0.6875. Let us see the next problem. An airline knows that 5% of the people making reservations on a certain flight will not turn up. So how many passengers will not turn up? That is 5%. Consequently, their policy is to sell 52 tickets. So the policy of the airline is to sell 52 tickets for a flight that can only hold 50 people. So the flight can hold only 50 people, but the policy of the airline is to sell 52 tickets. So what is the probability that there will be a seat for every passenger who turns up? So now here we have to find the probability. What is the probability that there will be a seat for every passenger who turns up to the flight? So before solving this problem, let us see this example. Let us consider a classroom. In a classroom, so let us see this example. In a classroom, if there are 55 students and total number of seats in the classroom is only 50. So in which case all the students who are attending the class will get the seats? So I am repeating again. In a classroom, if there are 55 students and the number of seats in the classroom is only 50, in which case all the students who wants to attend the class are going to get the seats. So that is, if the 5 students or more than 5 students are absent, then those students who are attending the classes will get the seats. So here also the same concept. X denotes the number of passengers who will not turn up. Here let us take that X denotes the number of passengers who will not turn up. Then probability of success, that is P. P is probability of the people who will not turn up. It is given that it is 5% of the people who make reservations will not turn up. So probability of success, that is probability of the people who will not turn up, is 5%. That is P. 5% means 5 by 100, that is 0.05. Then Q. Q is probability of failure. Failure, that is, if P is probability of the people who will not turn up, Q is probability of the people who will turn up. So that is P plus Q equals 1. Q equals 1 minus P. Q equals 1 minus 0.05, that is 0.95. So now policy of the airline is to sell tickets for 52 people, that is n equals 52. So now by binomial distribution, P of x equals ncx into P power x into Q power n minus x, which is equal to 52 cx 0.05 whole power x into 0.95 whole power 52 minus x. Now, so now there will be a seat for every passenger. There will be a seat for every passenger who turns up. So there will be a seat for every passenger who turns up if 2 or more passengers will not turn up. So all the passengers will get the seat who are going to turn up if and only if 2 or more passengers will not turn up. So that is the logic involved here. So that means we have to find probability of x greater than or equal to 2. What x denotes here? X denotes the number of passengers who will not turn up. So here we have to find probability of x greater than or equal to 2. So that is probability of x greater than or equal to 2 means probability of 2 plus probability of x equals 3. So you can take x equals 2 or only 2 plus probability of x equals 3, probability of x equals 4 plus probability of x equals 52. Greater than or equal to 2 means from 2 to 52 you have to take. So we can't calculate the probability of all these values because it becomes very lengthy. So instead of that, take its complement. Probability of x greater than or equal to 2 means 1 minus probability of x less than 2. So that is equal to 1 minus probability of x less than 2 means probability of x equals 0 plus probability of x equals 1. So this is equal to, so 1 minus, so probability of x equals 0, put x equals 0 in p of x, that is 52 C0 0.05 whole power x, that is 0.95 whole power 52 minus 0 plus 52 C1 0.05 whole power 1 into 0.95 whole power 52 minus 1, that is 51. So simplify this using the calci. So we get probability of x greater than or equal to 2 is 0.7405. And now we will move to the next problem. A die is thrown 8 times and it is required to find the probability that 3 will occur. First case exactly 2 times, second case at least 7 times, third case at least once. So now how many times a dice is thrown? A die is thrown 8 times. So here we have to find the probability that 3 will occur exactly 2 times, at least 7 times and at least once. So let us take that x denotes number of times 3 will occur. So now when a die is thrown, what are the possibilities? So when a die is thrown, the possibilities are we can get 1, we can get 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 possibilities. So now P means probability of success, that is probability of 3 will occur. Probability that 3 will occur is, so it is 1 by 6. Then Q is failure. Probability that 3 will not occur, that is Q plus P equals 1. So Q equals 1 minus P. So 1 minus 1 by 6, that is 5 by 6. So a die is thrown 8 times. So n equals 8. So by binomial distribution we have P of x equals ncx into p power x into q power n minus x. So P of x equals n is 8, 8cx into 1 by 6 whole power x into 5 by 6 whole power 8 minus x. So first case, so probability that 3 will occur exactly 2 times means we have to find probability of x equals 2. So probability of x equals 2 means put x equals 2, 8c2 into 1 by 6 whole power 2, 1 by 6 whole power x, that is 1 by 6 whole power 2 into 5 by 6 whole power 8 minus 2, that is 6. So this is equal to, so use the calci. So we get 0.2605. So probability of x equals 2 is 0.2605. So that is probability that 3 will occur exactly 2 times is 0.2605. So now second case, probability that 3 will occur at least 7 times. So how many times we are throwing a dice? So we are throwing dice up to, we are throwing dice 8 times. So probably that 3 will occur at least 7 times means, so minimum you should get 3 7 times or more than 7 times. So 3 should occur minimum 7 times or more than 7 times. So that is probability of x greater than or equal to 7. So that is, this is equal to probability of x greater than or equal to 7 means probability of x equals 7 plus probability of x equals 8. So we have probability of x equals 7 means, so 8c7 1 by 6 whole power 7 into 5 by 6 whole power 8 minus 7, that is 1, plus probability of x equals 8. So 8c8 1 by 6 whole power 8 into 5 by 6 whole power 8 minus 8, that is 0. So this is equal to 0.00002. So now probability that 3 will occur at least once. At least once means minimum you should get 3 one time, or you can get more than one time. So minimum you should get 3 one time or more than one time. So that is probability of x greater than or equal to 1. So probability of 3 will occur at least once means one time you should get 3 one time or more than one time. That is probability of x greater than or equal to 1. So probability of x greater than or equal to 1 means, so probability of x equals 1, probability of x equals 2, up to probability of x equals 8. So this step, it becomes lengthy. We can't calculate probability of x equals 1, probability of x equals 2, up to probability of x equals 8. The problem will become lengthy. So the calculation part is very lengthy. So instead of that, so take its complement. Probability of x greater than or equal to 1 is nothing but 1 minus probability of x less than 1. So probability of x greater than or equal to 1 means its complement 1 minus probability of x less than 1. So 1 minus probability of x less than 1 means there is only one case, that is x equals 0. So 1 minus probability of x equals 0. So 1 minus, put x equals 0 in the formula, we get 8c0 into 1 by 6 whole power 0 into 5 by 6 whole power 8. So probability of x greater than or equal to 1 is equal to, on calculating we get 0.7674.